Hey y'all, I'm Pearl.
And I'm Holly, and this is Hold My Sweet Tea. Welcome to Hold My Sweet Tea, the podcast where we sip tea and uncover hidden secrets and chilling crimes lurking beneath the surface of Southern hospitality.
Yes, girl, along with spooky tales and haunted history that give the South its eerie charm. Today, we're going to do a little episode just so you can get to know us a little bit and then also get to know why we decided to podcast.
Yes, and it's kind of like, when you're put on the spot and they're like, hey, tell us about yourself. And we're trying to tell you about ourselves. And
it's like, what the heck do I tell you
Right.
about myself?
Like, what do you want to know about us? Because you might not want to know a lot about me, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Right. I feel like you're going to learn a lot about us in episodes, honestly, because if there's like little tidbits, we're going to put them in there.
Right.
And you're going to be like, yeah, I didn't need to know that.
Mhm.
And we're probably like, yeah, they didn't need to know that. But you know what? We're new at this.
That's right.
So, just bear with us. It's going to evolve. So you'll just be along for the ride.
Right.
I mean, I think we're interesting.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
We're funny, though.
Yeah. Naturally funny. It's not like, this is how we talk every day. It's not like we're putting on just for the podcast. So that's definitely a thing. You just got to kind of go with the flow on that, because this is just how we are naturally.
Yeah, it just flies out of our mouths. There's times where we do British accents, Australian.
Right, and we're not British.
Or Australian.
I'm from the East Coast.
And I'm from the West Coast. Kind of like Tupac and Biggie, but friends.
And alive.
Yes, alive. Which, kind of brings us to what we're doing here. True crime cases.
Yeah,
a lot of unaliving.
A lot of unaliving, but, hopefully it helps some people stay alive.
Yes, learn some lessons,
I'm big about learning from the mistakes of others, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, I would never, get in a car with a stranger, or, if somebody tried to, tell me, hey, come with me, I'd be like, I'm not going anywhere.
Hold up. That's a straight lie.
I know.
Bro, we broke down on the side of the interstate before, trying to go out. Engine seizes in the car. This was before cell phones, folks.
Yes, way before cell phones. Well, not way before cell phones, but it was before cell phones.
We definitely got in the car with a stranger.
We did, but, we were very trusting back then, and we didn't die. We could have, but we did not
trusting.
Die.
It's more like dum da dum dum dum.
Right. We're on the side of the road. Car broke down. The guy's like, I can take you to a payphone so you can call somebody, or I'm going into the city. We're like, we'll go.
We'll just go into the city. It's fine.
We were going there anyway.
Yeah. Crazy us.
Yeah.
I do remember being like, hey, you're older than me. You sit in the front seat so you die first.
Exactly. She made me sit in the front seat. So the guy had some mail on his dashboard. So I memorized his name and his address just in case he tried something. And then as soon as we got to where we were, going in downtown New Orleans, we just jumped out of the car and took off, and we're like, thanks, and just slammed the door and ran.
Yes. I would never do that again. Definitely not now.
Never.
And I do not recommend to anyone ever. That was just silly.
Yeah. If a strange man stops on the side of the road, just be like, stranger danger.
Right. Run.
Run into the swamp.
It's safer with the alligators.
Right. Exactly.
And the rougarou.
Exactly.
Yeah. So speaking of rougaroos, that's going to be probably a future Southern folklore episode.
Yeah, we can throw some cryptids in there, and we can have, the Mothman and the rougarou and some other things.
Yeah, and then we'll hit up some really cool ghost stories.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're giggly folk, we want to make sure we're not doing everything that's super serious. I don't want to be making people think I laugh at true crime, but I know that at some point they'll probably, giggle out of a trauma response because I don't want to cry or something else. But know that I'm not laughing at anybody who's dead. That's terrible.
Yeah, it just kind of naturally comes out when we're trying to do something. I mean, I've seen both of us mad before, and we kind of laugh before we get to, a really crazy point. So
Yeah. And I will forewarn everyone that I grew up with nothing but boys and my dad. So I have a big time potty mouth. And while I'm going to try not to say bad words, I will try to make up some other thing I can say in place of it. But I will do my level best. There may be a few short 3 or 4 letter word ones that come out. I promise I will do my level best to not say the one that begins with an F. So
yeah, I mean, I might throw a mother forklift in there, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Right. Sunny beaches.
Yes. See you next Tuesday.
Hopefully everybody gets that reference.
Yes.
I recall having to explain that to someone when I said it once, and they were like, "What?"
Well, to be fair, he was a teenager, so.
Well,
not quite a teenager. No, he was 20.
He's a
young adult. I think he had turned 20 already. So
yeah, he was already. Yeah, and then he's like, "What?" Because he said, "See you next Tuesday" to me, and I said, "How dare you call me that?" And he's like, "What did I do? I don't know what you're talking about."
Well, let me explain to you, young Padawan. But, we're really into the true crime. Both of us have always been into it for, the 28 years that we have known each other and been best friends. We like Halloween and anything to do with spooky stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both lean into the black wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we went through a goth phase, but I honestly don't think we ever came out of it. It's just not apparent on the outside.
Yes, we kind of, for the job that we have to dress as normal people. But
what is normal?
I
don't know. Okay, well, mainstream. We dress mainstream.
There we go. We dress mainstream,
but it is mostly black.
And still goth inside of my heart. We were all about the life back in the day, though.
Yeah. So we finally got all of our social media stuff sorted. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
In the interwebs.
Yeah, in the interwebs. We have our website done. And concerning the YouTube thing, expect not a lot of video coming out of that at first, because we got to get comfortable with the idea of people seeing us. I know I said to you earlier, Holly, that that whole boomer saying that kids should be seen and not heard.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, I feel like I should be heard and not seen.
Yes. I would rather not be on camera right now, but once I get comfortable, I'll be fine with it. It's not that we're hideous or anything, or we think that we're not worth being on camera, but it's all new to us. So we're working up to it. We'll get there.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Plus, I think while I find it easy to just talk, I kind of am hesitant for people to see the faces I make.
Yeah, that too. Because I make faces at things too, and I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna learn more from my face than you are my words sometimes.
Right. I can get very judgy.
I remember when we used to go out when we were younger, dancing, seeing bands and whatever, and people would be like, "Look at your dance face."
Right.
Like, stop looking at my dance. Don't look at my dance face.
I have pictures of your dance face.
I know. Lots of people have pictures of my dance face.
It was very entertaining. Like, she really got into it.
Yeah. I was serious about my dance.
That's right. But, we would always go out and make friends wherever we went. It's like everybody was just naturally kind of attracted to us, and as far as just how we are and our personalities. So I feel that we mesh well.
Yeah. Hopefully they find that true as well. Like, I mean, obviously we're open to getting feedback from everybody, you know, just be nice about it.
Right.
You can tell me I suck without telling me I suck.
Exactly. And we're also open to ideas on any cases you want us to research or any haunted history you want us to delve into.
Absolutely. We've got, you know, our email is steeped@holdmysweettea.com, and steeped is STEEPED. I feel like you can't really tell how it's spelled when you say it.
You really can't.
So I just want to make sure there's no confusion because I want to get your email. So make sure if you have any ideas or suggestions that you send those to us.
We would love to hear from you and to the probably like 3 people that are listening right now. we really need some ideas, but hopefully we get more people.
Right. To the 3 people that are listening to us right now, please find 3 people to also listen to us.
And it just multiplies from there.
Right. So like I said before, like we've done a lot of work. So we had some introduction music made and outro music. And so that's like one of our really good friends who has always been a band we've gone out to see. And like we always, if she's singing, we're going.
Absolutely.
And while she didn't sing, we did get her to do the instrumental music at the beginning and the ends of our episodes. So y'all make sure you listen to them because they're really cool. And then if you live in Louisiana, she is in a band called Wonderkind. It's spelled WUNDERKIND. They have a Facebook page. So like run over there and like their Facebook page. They're like an acoustic trio that bring musical flair and celebrate music's universal language with timeless feel-good and sing-along songs they'll do private parties.
Yes, and she has an amazing voice.
Yeah, absolutely. And she is the most entertaining, silly person. Like she's obviously our friend because we're all silly goofy. And so she's definitely like just a party in a small package.
Yes, a little small compact package.
So shout out to Patty Salzetta for doing our music.
We love you, Patty.
Yes, we do.
We also listen to a lot of podcasts, obviously, and we get a lot of ideas from those. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and we're trying to, bring you original stuff mainly, but a lot of people have covered things. I don't think I would ever do I don't want to call him a mainstream serial killer, but unless there's new things that come out, I might do something like that. But I'm trying to dig in and find the lesser known ones or the less, the ones that are
stuff that's been reported
a little low
on.
key.
But not necessarily overly done in the podcast world.
Right. I'm not gonna, do Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer and all that stuff because it's been done a million times and I don't want to.
Yeah. Let me tell you all the things you've been told by 26 other people in a row. Yeah. Definitely don't want to obviously they might pop up into something because something we're talking about is in the same area or something like that. But no actual dedicated episode to any of that for sure.
So we're going to try to focus on things in the South, most of the southern states. We might leave out a couple.
Yeah. We're trying to keep a little region. I mean, there's a lot going on in the states we are going to cover. So,
and I feel like if we need to, we might branch out a little bit later and move on. But there is a lot in the South. It's really steeped.
it's steeped in true crime.
Yes.
Yeah, it's steeped in ghost stories.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel just, New Orleans itself is tons of ghost stories.
It's one of the most haunted cities in the United States. So
that's why there's haunted history tours exist down there.
And gotten inspiration from a lot of the pods that we listen to, like Killer Psyche and Morbid.
Crime Junkie, Counterclock.
I
All
like
those.
Anatomy of a Murder. Like I
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
investigation ones, but I also like the morbid, spooky side of it.
yeah. We listen to a lot of like
Mm-hmm.
Wondery
Yes.
production stuff and
Yeah.
Audio Chuck.
There's a lot in there.
There's a ton. There's not a day that goes by that you can't like binge something
Mm-hmm.
because there's just so much out there.
Yeah.
And here we are adding to it.
We're just adding to it some news stories.
We're like, let's jump in the pond.
We're both going to be doing back and forth stuff. So we'll do Mondays, we'll release full episodes. And then on Thursdays, we'll do a little mini episode. Sometimes it'll go along with the Monday episode. So if we're hitting on something, we'll kind of pull something out of there. And it's going to be a little more educational.
Right.
Just some knowledge for your noggin.
Just a little something, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like you said, Mondays
Mm-hmm.
full episodes, Thursdays little mini episodes, and then we're gonna like mix it up. So,
Mm-hmm.
like you'll have a week where it's true crime, and then we'll have a week that's got a ghost story, and then not necessarily like just bouncing back and forth. It'll just be like kind of
Mm-hmm.
whatever we got in the moment, because we definitely are trying to make sure that we build up a good bit of recording so that we don't leave y'all hanging on holidays.
Yes.
And all that fun stuff. There will be something that we can release. So we'll try to keep up.
And Pearl and I both work full-time jobs, so
And podcasting is a full-time job.
It
Oh
really
my
is.
gosh.
I'm like, this is hard.
Like, I did not realize how much goes into actually setting all the stuff up before you even start having people listen to you.
Right. Props to the people who do this
Yeah. And
full-time
then,
all the time, because wow.
and then just realize how blessed you are if you are a podcast that has a team of people who actually do this, because I'm telling you right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's just me and you.
Yes.
Like all the work, production, mixing, everything.
All the research and the fact-checking and trying to find pictures and this and that, stuff that we can do, and working all of our social media. Like, it's us.
Yeah, it is us. And we're like, when most of you are laying in bed liking your friends' posts, I'm over here going, let me see if this is true. Is this reported on more than one place?
Mm-hmm.
I literally woke up in the morning one morning and I'm like, oh, I have like 10 more minutes. And then I was like, you know what? I still have to make our YouTube channel. So I laid there and made the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like fitting it in everywhere I possibly can.
Yes, Pearl's been killing it, though, on all that. And we've been adding all kinds of stuff to our social media and trying to get people to join and like and do all the cool stuff,
Yeah.
because we really appreciate it.
Holly's our posty rock star.
Posty. I'm like, Post Malone?
Post Malone.
I'm going to go get a face tattoo.
No. You're just we'll find you a nickname, but it ain't.
It's just going to say
no.
Posty.
Oh my god. Posty rock star.
Posty rock star. But when I do my stories, I'm not going to let Pearl, I'm going to tell her kind of what I'm doing, but I'm not going to let her read it before or anything. So that way we get natural reactions with each other. Same with her. She's going to do that, I want to have my flabbergasted.
Yes. I cannot wait to have my flabbergasted. I don't even know what that means.
It's going to be great.
For sure. So, like, if you've managed to make it this far,
Right.
we hope that you do continue to listen. Obviously, the next episode that drops, actually, it's going to be like a little cluster of episodes that drop. One of them was recorded before this.
Right.
So, it'll be weird because it'll kind of go back to Snowmageddon.
Right.
But we're going to have like a little cluster of episodes we're going to release. And then, we'll start doing the regular days after that. But we want to give you a little something to listen, like a little binge, tiny binge, mini binge.
Yes. And then we'll be working on stuff. We are going to, once we release on February 14th, we're going to skip the next week just because we have a lot more research to do and get things together. And then we'll start posting regularly the week after that.
Yeah. So, if something happens and we get a little bit ahead of ourselves, then yay, maybe we'll surprise you, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll definitely be on like Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, all the fun places. that you can go to listen.
So I guess, that was our little about me, and make sure that you go and follow all of our social media because we would really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us on Hold My Sweet Tea. And of course, we didn't use any sources today. Your sources are us.
Right.
If you enjoyed this episode, which we hope you did, even though it was goofy, please subscribe and leave us a review. You can also follow us on Facebook. It's Hold My Sweet Tea. Instagram at Hold My Sweet Tea _podcast. On TikTok at Hold My Sweet Tea Podcast. The interwebs, holdmysweettea.com. YouTube at Hold My Sweet Tea Podcast. And of course, again, if you have a case you'd like to be covered, or even a ghost story or a cool piece of Southern folklore, please email us at steeped@holdmysweettea.com.
All right, that's right. And follow us everywhere so you don't miss a single thing. Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production. And y'all remember to stay safe out there. And just because we're dipping doesn't mean y'all can't keep sipping. Bye.
Bye.